I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and we're gonna have a great time because we're gonna be talking about the accumulation phase, which basically means everyone's getting to buy more Pulse, PulseX, Hex, and INC for cheaper before we enter the golden age of PulseChain. We know it's coming, and it looks like everyone's getting just a little bit longer time. And of course, this is still in our window of 2 to 6 weeks, so snap it up while you can. Marketing is about to hit probably this weekend is the case. So let's get ready to rumble. It's going to be a lot of fun show. We're going to be talking about a lot of the big picture items, of course, the stock market, crypto, the ETH accumulation that's going on as well, and of course, PulseChain as well. So things are really starting to take off. We're going to get into that. So I hope you guys enjoy the show, and don't forget to get in the chat there and share the show around. That is the link there on X. Give it a smash out, give it a retweet, repost, and go for gold. If you're new to the channels, of course, don't just forget to smash the subscribe or follow button as well on YouTube and X. Look at a full French frog and throat there. We got Pulse Jitsu in the house, aka Fast Abdul. I'm here for the tech. He's definitely doing some launches. He's got lots of launches. He's pretty busy guy. We're looking forward to some of his updates in the near future, no doubt. We got Hexcavator in the house as well. Hey gang, good to see Hexcavator. Big shout out. And we got a Bria accumulator here. You're into Bria, are you, Hexcavator? Nice. Oh, we're going to be talking about that actually because I was going to be doing a post on that Peacock and Bria. That's coming up. I'll probably doing that after the live stream. We got Crypto League in the house there. Crypto League is in the house. Nice. I love that. That was a reaffirmation there for sure. So don't forget to smash out the repost there on X, and let's get the show humming. We're going to be talking about PulseChain, Pulse gains, and of course your chances to pick up even more right here, right now. So we're going to get into all that. Let's see where we're kicking off here. We're going to go to the stock market quickly. It's not going to be too long. We're going to do a quick run through the stock market. And of course, we saw today. What we saw today, we saw, I think, the Donald Trump there having a CEO dinner with many of the tech giants. Some of them you can love them or not like them because some of them are definitely up to no good. But definitely it was a pretty positive foray there around the tech sector coming up. So let's get into it. So we did have a bit of a weaker jobs report. And of course, rate cuts are even looking more likely at this stage. So that was kind of positive because that means, altcoin season is getting closer and closer and closer. So that's the good news on the macro picture. So 17th September is still the interest rate cut period. We got the Dow Jones at the moment is up 0.75%, 350 to 45,621. Of course, this is for Thursday, no doubt. And S&P 500 they're up 0.8%, 54 points to 6,500. The Nasdaq with all the tech companies in it at 1%, 54 points to 6,500. So we are pretty much right up there, aren't we? Now, the talk of the town, of course, has been commodities, but we'll get to it in a second. We got West Texas down 22 cents to $63. Brent oil at $66.74. So really nice, sort of level there for the oil prices. But the talk of the town, of course, has been gold. Gold has been really doing really well. We can see all-time highs. We are right up there, guys. Look at that. Woohoo! And I think we're just starting to get, ready to rumble. No doubt there'll be little retraces on the way. So just take note of that. But silver there has busted over $40 and is now at $41.37. And of course, I think 48 was the all-time high, if I remember rightly, back here in April 2011. So that's the, once it takes that out, and I'm sure it will. We're talking about 75 to 125 US dollars. Been talking about that for about 18 months as the breakout, leading into Trump coming into power, of course. So that's where we are right now on the old commodities, looking pretty good. Let's have a look at the expectations of rate cuts, where that stands right now. We got 1 week and 1 week and 5 days to go. Isn't that crazy? We were talking about 5-6 weeks, back in the time, and now here we already are. We're only 1 week and 5 days away, so less than 2 weeks. 17th of September, and we have 96.2% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut at the minimum. So it's a 0.25%. From 4.5 to 4.5 to 4.25%. October at the moment, we've got 57.5% expecting a second rate cut of 25 basis points. Actually, no, that's even bigger, isn't it? So let me see where that is. We're talking about 25 basis points there too. And then, of course, we've got December, another 25 basis points, 47% of the market. So everyone's expecting a downward trajectory in interest rates now. So let's see how that goes. 75 basis points by the end of the year. Should probably be at least 1.5 percentage points. Really should be probably be twice that much. So we'll see how we get to before the end of the year. Now let's jump over to crypto, shall we? Shall we do that? Let's jump into the big screen. Before we do that, though, let's see if we've got any more comments in the chat. Don't forget to share the show around on X. Definitely get that out. Really helps a lot. We've got Sean O'Malley in the house there. Hi, all. Good to see you, Sean. Big shout out there. And we've got Neil as well. Hey, everybody. I'm here for Fast Abdul. A big fan. There we are, Fast Abdul. You got a big fan in the house there, Neil Fatishias. Not a bad person to be a fan as well. I did see, I made a comment on Jack Levin's X1, validator performance, and talking about the launch being in September, which is the initial target date based on the last update that we had from Jack Levin. And of course, the backup date being November. Neil jumped in and said, "Do you mean September 2027?" I think it was, which is quite funny. I don't know. I think we're a lot closer than that. I think this time it probably is close to being live. I think we're probably not too bad there, Neil. But that was pretty funny. Frank White in the house there. Hey yo, good to see you, Frank White. Big shout out. Welcome to the chat as well. So we've got a lot of great people in the house today. So great to have you all here. All right, so let's get into, I guess, the crypto market, see where we're going on to. We've got a few comments to make about this, so it should be a bit of fun. All right, so we've got total crypto at the moment, $3.89 trillion, down 1.5%. We've got 18,589 coins on CoinGecko. And you just never know. We might start, instead of using CoinGecko, we might start using Rack and Michelle's Coinaki. Who knows? We like to support people in the community, and if they're going to be doing major protocols, then why not? We might end up doing it. Let's see how extensive it is. Obviously, they're going to ramp that up, but we shall see. I did see a little sneak peek of that from Rack and Michelle, and I don't know if it had a chain filter. That's the only thing I would say. Didn't look like it had a chain filter, so I'm not sure whether I couldn't see that or what. But looking forward to that for sure. We got Crypto Kool-Aid in the house there. Oi, Neil and Fast. We got the trifecta in. We've got trifecta in. Good to see Crypto Kool-Aid in the house. Hope he's doing well. We've got Neil says they just let anybody in here Kool-Aid. Good to see you. That's crazy. Yeah, my moderator's hard to do anything. They're hard to do anything. They're out playing golf and off to the surf club and things like that. Q Baller in the house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Q Baller. And Sean says up is only moments away. I like that. Up is only moments away. That is so true. That is true. Super. Good to see Crypto Kool-Aid as always. All right, so let's get into the results here. We got Bitcoin at right now $110,764. It is down almost 1%. Ethereum there is at 4,321, despite the fact that we have these big strategic ETH reserves buying up Ethereum, and they're still buying it up. We'll probably get a new announcement probably soon, certainly probably for the weekend, about their acquisitions, particularly Bitmine Immersion and others. Sharp Link out there and others, so pretty cool. We got it down 3.3% at the moment. We've got XRP at number 4 down 1.8%, $2.81. Number 5 is BNB down 1.2%, $847. Solana is down 4.1% at $203 at number 6. And then we have Doge at number 9 down 3.6% at 21 cents. Finally, to wrap off our top 10, we have Tron down 1.8% at 33 cents. And so Justin's sons be a bit unhappy right now. If we're going to scroll down a little bit further here, we'll get to that in a minute. Actually, won't jump too far ahead there. So best performer over the last 24 hours is essentially Bitcoin, right? It's only down almost 1% there. Best performer over the last week has essentially been, what is it? Bitcoin again. Yeah, Bitcoin again. So Bitcoin is the best performer, even though it's down. So there we go. Top 100. we can see that Ming Core sitting at number 62 is the best performer. Look at that, 229%. So that's a pretty good move, a pretty strong move, actually, top 100. Pump Fun, they're number 2, sitting at number 89, up 36%. Story is at number 60, up 28%. Pulse, formerly Matic, of course, number 51, up 14%. And then Sky is also up there, and that's at number 78, up 14% there. So that's formerly Maker, right? Formerly Maker there. So those are the top 5 there. So not bad actually. Some of the better performances we're seeing in the top 100. Now, I did want to talk about World-Fi Liberty, right? World-Fi Liberty there in the old Trump family. Let's see, it's down here somewhere. Was it number 33, wasn't it? Number 33. There it is at number 38. So a bit of drama around the World Liberty, and that is Justin Sun was apparently sold like $12 million worth of something, and then they're frozen his coin. So if that is true, that's pretty dodgy, right? Pretty dodgy. Also talk about the family having sold a lot of the liquidity out at the beginning at $5 billion. Talking about Eric, of course. And so, yeah, there's a little bit of drama around that. Now, whether those are true or not, another thing, but certainly some drama around World Liberty there. So we'll see where all that lands, but that is at the moment. All right, so that is coin. That's World Liberty. Now we will get into Portal Top 1000. We've got Portal to Bitcoin is in the list. We've got Ming Core and Metaplex. We're not going to check out Ming Core, but we'll check out Portal to Bitcoin. That is in top 1000 gainers. Let's have a quick look. Number 617 right now, and it's been around how long? It's only since the September the 4th, so only about 24, 48 hours. Now it seems to be doing okay. It's up at 3.7 cents right now. It is on Ethereum and Portal to Bitcoin. So let's have a quick look at this. The reason why we look at the top top movers in the 1000s is just because to see what's happening in the general crypto area, right? What's happening in the general stuff there. Oh, it's a cool little website. Look at that. Mouse around. They got products and infrastructure about. I might as well quickly read that, right? What they got there? Bitscaler realizes the potential of Bitcoin to be the settlement layer for millions of markets, while preserving the core ethos of Bitcoin: trust, minimization, financial sovereignty, and freedom. So it looks like it's some sort of second layer type of idea. Freedom arrives at great product one time. Tools of global financial sovereignty. I'm guessing it's some sort of is it some sort of SAT type of layer? A little bit like yeah, not completely clear here, but maybe it's something like that. We've got infrastructure, Portal, OS, Bitscaler, with the liquidity router, swap SDK, wallet examples. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. So let's quickly go into the next one we got on the move. We had Metaplex as well. We're going to miss Mencore, go to Metaplex, and have a quick look at that. Sitting at number 300, so pretty highly ranked. And this launched the 20th September 2022, so it's been around for about 3 years or so. And it has come off the bottom there. So it's down at 11 cents, now 27 cents. It's on Solana as well. Let's go look at Metaplex. Some of these you guys may know and may not know. And let's have a quick look at this one. So launch tokens and NFTs on Solana and the SVM. So there we go. So it looks like a bit of a launch platform. $920 million in assets created. All right, so that is pretty much it. Those are some of the ones that are trending in the top 1,000 at the moment. We're actually trending on overall. So those top gainers, I should say, in the 1,000. Trending overall is World Liberty Finance, Pinlink, and Pump Fund. Those are trending right now. So that's pretty much it. We've got market cap 3.88 trillion, down 1.9%. Bitcoin holding at 110,600, and Ethereum at 4,300, showing a bit of weakness there right now, despite all the buying from all the strategic ETH reserves there. Talking about strategic ETH reserves, here we are on the famous website. And of course, the last big reported numbers of buying we saw was Ufing come into the mix there. Bitmine Immersion, Sharplink, and Ether Machine. Kind of all those last big buys on the 2nd of September. They had a few reductions here for the DAO and status, and what we're seeing is a lot of the traditional players, selling down the ETH in little chunks, and a lot of the big new players are buying. The other thing that we've seen over the last 2 months, over the same period that we've seen the strategic ETH reserves, is that we've seen the amount of ETH on exchanges, ironically enough, given the fact that ETH is down at 4,300 right now, is that's gone down from 20 million on exchanges down to 17.3 million in the last 2 months. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, it's just basically, we've got a pressure cooker going on here for the old ETH price, and it's probably not too far away from exploding into probably late September. So keep a look out for that. That is some of the big themes going on right now. So that is where we are right now on here, and Strategic ETH Reserve is in house. That is some of the big stuff there. So we've got Bitminer Mission at number 1, Sharplink number 2, Ether Machine number 3, Ethereum Foundation number 4, and PulseChain SAC at number 5. That's where we are right now on the list. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Now we do know that some big stuff's going to be buying. We know that FG Nexus is going to be buying a lot of Ethereum. Obviously, all the top players here are going to be buying lots of Ethereum. Zilla is going to buy a lot of Ethereum. Mantle, Golem Foundation. We've got so many acquisition vehicles on the list right now. It is crazy. It is crazy. So 72 companies in here on the list. So that's kind of where we are right now on the Strategic ETH Reserve. Now, I just want to talk about some of the players there. Obviously, we know that they've continued to accumulate more Bitcoin. They've got more Ethereum. They've got lots of plans to get lots of Ethereum. We also see that the big players like Cathie Wood, ARK's investment, has just bought more shares in Bitmine as well. So another $247 million bet on the largest ETH strategic company in the world for the old Bitmine immersion. So we're seeing a lot of things happening there. So it is continuing on there. So there we go. That is the place. So ARK investments there on the move, accumulating way more positions. So these guys are going big, going long. It's all we can see. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. And let's see where we go from here. So that is some of the cool stuff there we've seen. Now that is our coverage of crypto. So there's some of the cool stories that I've seen at the moment. Who else has jumped in the chat? We've got some more people in the chat here. Let's see where we're going. So I'm going to get to the comments there. If you've got any comments, put them in the chat as well. Let's see. Bam. So you have got any comments, let us know. And we will get there. All right, so we've got who's in the comments here. We've got, I love that comment there, Sean. Up is only moments away. That's so cool. Let's see here. We've got Haxavator in house there. Happy birthday, Brennan. It's Brennan's birthday. He'll definitely be at the what do we call it? The surf shop or surf restaurant as he goes. He's there a lot, so pretty cool. All right, we're going to get into some of the bullish stuff coming up. So let's do that. Let's see here. Let us know in the chat there what you guys have been buying as well, whether you've been accumulating any Richard Hart tokens, any core tokens as well. That'd be great if you can get out there and do that. All right. Let's see, get into some of this. Bam. All right, we're going to go to Hunter Baloo. I don't know if you guys know who Hunter Baloo is, but we're going to get into that right now. All right, so Hunter Baloo here. Let me just full screen that. Now, Hunter Baloo was the driver that went and sent his van. So he had a van to go and help pick up all the stuff, electronic devices, the writing pads that we've seen, taking them to the mail delivery service. So he's picking them up from the warehouse and dropping them off. He says that I've never felt more confident Hex and PulseChain ecosystem is going to absolutely melt faces. So there we go, guys. That is crazy. Neil says now is the time, definitely a time to accumulate. Absolutely. And Sean says ETH squeeze is like a stretch rubber band about to break. Absolutely it is. So some good comments there. Hunter Baloo said, I'd never felt more confident in Hex and PulseChain ecosystem is going to be absolutely melt faces. I've bookmarked every post I see from haters. I see the inside of the machine. The scale is ridiculous. So that is coming from Hunter. He's been to the warehouse. He knows what they're up to, and obviously delivering the stuff out to the mail delivery. So we could start seeing some of those drop probably by this weekend, is my guess. With that, the scale is ridiculous, and of course, Griffin team is going to change the lives of so many people through education. The effort they are putting in and the amount of devices going out is literally legendary. I've done more direct mail campaigns than 90% of people on Earth. and still do for my two of my businesses. So this kind of marketing is pretty popular. I've known people that do this kind of thing as well, and it is actually very, very successful. So, and a lot of time these people earn rewards with rewards with this as well. So pretty awesome there. So I agree with that. We also saw that the device itself is one of the top Amazon sellers as well. So it just gives you a lot of stuff there. As we know, Richard does his research on what is useful. And of course, what I've done doesn't touch this, he says. Just saying how big it is. Don't believe me. I don't care. Drop your little comment, throw your little jab. You will regret it. You can hate, you can believe, but one feels a lot better than the other. I choose to believe. I hope you will too. Grab your bag before the PulseChain train takes off. Rooting for you. So that was pretty cool there, coming from Hunter Belluth, the guy that donated a van and helped deliver stuff for the big hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of electronic devices going out in the days and months ahead. So pretty exciting. That was a cool post from him. Now, the other big thing, of course, is the PulseChain results right now. Obviously, the PulseChain is down here at the moment. We got Pulse at the moment down 5.8% at quadruple 0376. We're on day 846 since PulseChain launched on the 13th of May 2023. We're sitting at 38% of the mean sacrifice price right now. We got PulseX at the moment at quadruple 0272, down 8%. And we've got the buy and burn at 7.71% right now. That is where we are at the moment. So incentive token, $1.43, down 6.3% as well. And so we're looking pretty good for the accumulation phase for good old Hex and PulseChain. It continues on, but the time is ticking away here with altcoin season ahead. So you got to be quick on it. That's all I can say. What else have we got to say about that? We got Hexa right now at 79 hundredths of a penny, just under 8 tenths of a penny, sitting down 7.3%. And so PulseX there is the biggest one to pick up right now. The ratio to Pulse at the moment for PulseX2 is 1 to 1.38. That's where we are right now. Or inverse there, 0.72 Pulse. 0.72 Pulse right now. All right. What's it? EHEX right now is currently sitting at 15 hundredths of a penny. So what a steal for EHEX right now. We do know last time I saw an update, I think it was 2 days ago, we had the BankX guy sitting, what do we say? BankX guy was sitting on 53 million Hex. So he's already gone down from 800 million down to 53 million. So the BankX guy is almost out. So yeah, we'll see where all that lands. And so forth. So let me see it. So that is, it's pretty much where we are. We're sitting at 95 hundredths of a penny. So we're, not 1 cent, but 95 hundredths of a penny right now on the old Hex. So that's the market. So obviously extended accumulation phase for PulseChain. We are now currently 846 days into it. Now, as I said, from the 7th of July, which is when we really got free from the SEC, I said it would probably be 1 to 3 months before we actually start to see the charts really go up, right? So different reasons why such a range, 1 to 3 months. I won't go into all those ideas, but basically that was kind of the window I think that people had to really start to accumulate before we really start moving forward, because there's nothing holding back PulseChain really from here, right? And we've got marketing, essentially starting probably this weekend is when things will probably start to drop, is my guess, based on, the deliveries and so forth to the mail room there. So yeah, it could be pretty exciting from here. So I think, a couple of little small dips on the way. I posted something there. I'm not sure what I posted, but there it is. I think Neil says it, the best there now is definitely time to accumulate, and the East squeeze is like the rubber band about to break. Absolutely. So if you combine those two things together, we're really about to rock and roll, aren't we? So accumulation phase, take advantage of it where you can. Gas prices at the moment is 800,000 beats, so 1 cent for PulseX spot right now. We've got Valors too, is at 52,346. We've got the bridge right now is 105.1 million. So that's only down. What's it down about? Maybe maybe $1.4 million at the moment, obviously reflecting EHEX as well, being down at 1,500th of a penny. Bit of a steal for EHEX right now, if you ask me, and so forth. Now, I did have a snapshot for a little while back, but we won't get into that because I want to get into the charts. So we're still holding pretty decent with the bridge values. Let's go over to the PulseChain. And of course, this is the chart that you guys, if you watch regularly on the show, you'll see me talk about, is that on the daily here, we've got the charts. Now I'm going to take the overlays away in a minute, but let's quickly look at what the overlays are really telling us. And that is, I don't know, maybe I made it a bit too small there. But that is the errors. PulseChain, you can think about it in errors that we've had. We had the Genesis era, right? PulseChain launched on the 13th of May, 2023. We were tapping along there. We had, a few big launches towards the end of this period. And then we got into the 31st of July, right? And that's when the SEC came along and, put a dark cloud over the PulseChain, let's say. We also, during that period, had many black swan and grey swan events as well to endure, and a couple of white swan events. That was kind of cool. But ultimately, we were stuck in this big downtrend, right? This big orange resistance here. And then we were pretty much stuck there despite an attempt to break out here and a few God mode candles as well in the mix there. Then, of course, we broke free here on the 7th of July, and we really entered a new era, right? The golden age, as it were, the golden age. So that's what I'm going to rename this. I got Pulse, RH Wins, Freedom, and Bull Market Era, but we're going to put a little title to this because I think it's quite apt, and that is the golden age of PulseChain. So we're just in the final throes of accumulation, really, and this is kind of where we are right now. So that's kind of cool. I don't know, we'll change that to yellow, shall we? Let's do that. All right, so that is the golden age there. And RH Wins, Freedom, and Bull Market Era. So that's kind of where we're in at the moment. And that's why it's gone from red with the SEC to green. Now, obviously, we've managed to get a nice, bit of a W going on here as well. But, obviously coming back here right now, testing for some support. We're currently at quadruple 3780. And the RSI is getting down there on the daily. For sure. Let's get rid of the overlays there, and we can see that we're currently down at 36. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's over yet, but we do have some sort of support at 3600. Right, that's kind of where we are. I'm just taking the zeros away, and saying 600 there. So let me just auto log this. Bam. So you can kind of see us on the daily. We definitely had all the short-term moving averages move over the 200, but we have dropped below the 200 right now on the daily. So that is where we are, and we're obviously potentially could go down even lower, and maybe find some support at 3600 there. So that's kind of where we are right at the moment. We're at 37, just above that mark. Now, let's have a quick look at the weekly on this, and we'll first of all have a quick look at the 4 hourly. I'm sort of like tinkering along there on the RSI along the bottom, and this is where we are at the moment, 37. But I want to have a look at the weekly. So let's go do a quick look at that. That's the weekly chart right now. You can see on the RSI on the weekly, we are definitely just below the 50 right now, and trying to find some support. But like I say, I think the support's around 35, 36 for this move. So that's kind of where we are at the moment, and we've got potential marketing starting to hit in the weekend. So it'll be interesting to see that. Now we know that's going to take progressive time to have an impact, but it's definitely very exciting. It's a very large scale. And I'm sure the target market has been thought about as well. So there we go. Let's jump away to PulseX. PulseX, we're not going to really look at the chart so much, but look at the ratio to pulse, and have checked that out. So this is the weekly ratio to pulse. So we definitely broke that long-term uptrend, and now we're just chilling back down there. We do have good support at 0.67. So it's one PulseX equals 0.67 pulse. We're currently at a 0.72 right now. So that's kind of where we are on this. But like I say, PulseChain does have inflation. It's run by EIP 1559, so you get block rewards, less fee burnings. But actually, PulseX right now is full on deflationary, right? So there's no even inflation on that. And so ultimately, this should just continue to go up over time on average, right? So not expecting that ultimate trend, even though we've broken down the big run that we've had so far, to end, right? So we'll just have a bit of a dip here and then back up and to the right. That's basically what I'm expecting to see happen, right? I don't know if I have any any charts there. So nothing really changed there. The other thing, of course, with the price being a bit lower, subject to volumes, of course, then we should see more burning going on as well, a rate of burning there. And we've got protocols like Unity and others out there that are also helping to burn PulseX too. So that is the longer term picture with the old PulseX. Looking at Hex, of course, Hex on PulseChain. We got broken the outtrend as well, right? We had that. We had golden crosses and all that on the daily. So all those played out. There's the daily chart here. And we're coming back to looks at it to retest the previous what was resistance to make that support. So that could potentially bring us down. I think we're at pretty good levels right now. It's just under 0.8 of a penny, but that could potentially bring us down to something like 71/100th of a penny there, based on both horizontal and this long-term support becoming resistance there. We did tap this before down at 7,600, so we could easily just slightly go lower than that, maybe 72, 7,300 of a penny there. So we'll keep a lookout for that. That is where we are right now, and the RSI sitting at 46 on the weekly. The daily, is down here at 36. So still quite a bit more weakness. Potentially could get down that low on these charts. So that's the downside right now. So we have already come down quite a bit. So that would be just a bit further if you looked at that. So that is Hex on PulseChain. Incentive token right now is also, there's the weekly chart here as well. And this is probably, we know that Firewall is pretty big in this, pretty big holder. And we're currently at $1.42. How times have changed. We were all the way up at $2.68 about 6 weeks ago. So how times have changed in that zone on the weekly. Currently at 44 right now. And of course, relatively scarce, not like we talked about Pulse having, minor inflation overall. Well, this is got virtually nothing. I mean, it's 2,600 tokens a year. It's essentially 55 million tokens already out. So, and Firewall's apparently sitting on number 3 bags. So, there we go. That's where we are right now on the old ink token. So look at the ratio to Pulse. Pulse ratio there. It looks like it's come off a bottom here. Bounced off 35,000. We're now at 38,000 pulse per ink at the moment. So pretty crazy on that too. So that is an ink token. Let's go to eHex. As we said earlier, BankX is really down to 53 mil. It's been something that people have been monitoring. We've obviously seen the OA stake and all that sort of stuff. We've only got a small amount actually liquid, relatively speaking. I think it was 667 somewhere now, plus or minus 1 billion tokens total, and we saw OA stake most of it in a big long, pretty long ladder, and I think what's about 44 billion, something like that, 45 billion around, and of course a lot of that stuck into protocols and other things like that too. So there really can't be that much around. It'd be pretty interesting to know exactly how much liquid is actually around. I used to have a number between 14 and 16 billion, and I'm sure it must be a lot smaller than that now with all the staking and changes. So maybe we're down. That was excluding the OA account. Maybe we must be down. I don't know. It'd be pretty interesting. Maybe Crispy Man has a number I haven't really seen, but I don't know. We are down as low as 5 to 7 billion or something like that. I don't know. It'd be pretty interesting to see how low we are down actually. Maybe I might go see if Crispy Man's done any comments on that. We got Hexraider says good call, Superman. Just picked up a couple eHex now. I have 3. Woohoo! Nice one there, Hexraider. I have 3. Let's go. We got a Hex to the moon there. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? if you go crazy? I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that. So let me know. All right. So if you're accumulating, you can go crazy doing that, I guess. So eHex right now looking like a pretty good buy. Now I haven't got the eHex to PHEX chart ratio, but the last time I checked, eHex was on the bottom of that ratio, and I'm going to bring that up in the future because I think it's pretty important as well. And typically it will take some time to bounce between that range up and down. So I'm pretty sure we're still at the bottom of that range right now, given where eHex is at. But probably a nice little pickup there. The other beneficiary that eHex gets, of course, is FlexNet, which is coming from Dipcatcher, right? So it's another thing that's a pump metal for the old eHex. So looking pretty good for accumulation zone right now. And I guess if we were to put a little bubble on that, let me just see what we got. If we put a little bubble on that, I mean, we've got a pretty good accumulation zone right here, right? That looks pretty good. So we're kind of hitting that zone right now. So can't be too bad. And the upside from that zone we've recently seen is something like, a 2x to a 4x or 5x there. So it seems like a pretty good range to accumulate right now, doesn't it? Pretty cool. Kryptonite song. Yeah, go for gold, Hextamars. Go for gold. Have fun. Look forward to seeing it. Blair's in the house there. Hi all. Good to see you, Blair. Big shout out. Welcome to the chat as well. So that is kind of where we are on the old hexes, and yeah, 1500 a penny, pretty good steal, right? Pretty good steal there at the moment. So on the old e-hex, and of course total there. We know how this is crypto, guys, so you know how things can quickly turn around very, very fast. So just take note of that when you see these nice DCA prices here, and we already have had quite a few days of downtrend. Probably definitely getting in the pickup time now, right? And RSI definitely giving some good clues there. Right, let's have a look where we are. So this is the total, all the markets now. So we've moved away from the Richard Hart cores, and we're looking at PulseChain. So we got $14.2 million in volume. So definitely down on the volume. We were sitting up between maybe 18 to 28 million, depending on the day we've been looking at. Definitely on the lower end now, 14.2 mil. We've got 270,000 transactions at the moment on 24 hour. We've only got a couple of coins that are actually green right now. We've got Based as Dev, been around for about a day here from the looks of it. Based as Dev is based, I should say, and it is depending on which pair you're looking at. What's this one? Look at the liquidity there. Well, the Dev is based had $1 million apparently over 43 million. So I'm not sure who was FOMOing that or how much manipulation rotation was on that with volume, but that was definitely up there, 327%. Now, as you guys know, I'm just talking about what's on the trending, really not what's performing well, not endorsing any particular token. So there we go. Bell of the Dog's been around for 23 hours as well, so one new token that has got 28k volume on 24k liquidity, and that is up 25% at the moment. Vouch with the old Pulse Validator staking, is it? That's been around for 20 days. That is up 6% right now. We got GoPulse back at 10 cents. It's been pretty robust, isn't it? The old GoPulse, despite the controversy over swapping, especially for some large players. We've seen some pretty weird numbers happening there. And extractions from the looks of it, but that is up 4% right now. Liquid Loans at the moment is at 607,000, and they've been doing, going out to conferences and looking at multi-chain promotion, and they've also had some controversy as well, obviously around the big sacrifice amount and the amount of liquidity in the pools. So it's a bit of a mixed world there, but they continue on. So got to give credit where credit's due there. $8,900 volume over 139k, and of course we are in a down market, so that's the other side of it too. Curve at the moment, pump tires, been around 5 months, up 1.7%. PTC the Greys versus the most peer, at least one of the peers, been around obviously 7 months this peer, but the Dow's been what must be getting close to 2 years, is it? Must be climbing towards that. PTC the Greys down up 1% right now. Source Minimal, the big corporate on PulseChain, is at 4.1 cents. That is up slightly as well, 0.4% there right now. So that we don't have many green. It's top 10. We only have 10 there on the old trending rank there for the 24 hours. Everything else is slightly out of the money, but we are going to pick off a few of these to talk about. We got Hex value says Gwei equals 1.59 right now. Is that on the Ethereum? Is it? Now we've got what else? We've got a few others. We're going to talk about Unity quickly. Who else is down here? Now we have got some big launches coming up this month, right? So we have some of those. So we'll probably pick up a couple of those. We have Solid X. We have X Game. So that's coming up. So Solid X Game there is sitting at 2800th of a penny. And this is going to be the big X Game decentralized casino. And I put a post out on this yesterday, right? So should we pull that post up? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go pull the post up, and let's go have a look at what I posted. Now the funny thing was we put a poll with this, but polls haven't been going live properly. I don't know what's going on there. I tried to do a poll on this, but which token coins will benefit most from the major launches in PulseChain in September, October? Well, we obviously got Liberty Swap is continuing to expand their bridges and blockchains. Obviously up to 40 is where they're targeting. What have they got at the moment? About 5, like that, about 5. Also, their second phase is privacy, right? So that is coming up, and that's going to be a big deal. So they're going to try and give privacy over the bridge as well, from the looks of it. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. That's pretty huge. A lot of people have been, a lot of people come to me, ask me, what are our privacy options, etc. And I think we just had a recently, we had one launch, right? So yeah, it's certainly an area for explosion on PulseChain, is having a ton of privacy options, and that in itself something people value. SolidX, of course, got the X game coming up, decentralized casino and DeFi offerings. That's going to be potentially a pretty big deal. So we do have an explosion of investment and promotion and marketing coming, right? So all these different groups really, particularly SolidX, Firewell, and Rack and Rochelle, will be spending quite a bit of money on marketing promotions. So we do have a boom coming this month between Richard Hart, Firewell, and Rack and Rochelle. So keep a lookout for that. That's going to have a big impact. All of them running together as well. It's pretty neat. So yeah, X game there, and we can see at the moment X game sitting at 2,800 penny. Not too bad actually. Chart's pretty damn good. All right, so let's go. It's a pump tires one, that one, pump tires. But the other one, of course, is SolidX, is the yellow token. So we're going to find out. It's down here. Currently $8.34. What a steal right now to pick this up at $8.34. Look at that, 3 weeks in a row down. So fantastic entry, because it's about to launch mid late this month, is my guess, based on what we heard from RH Max interview with Firewell. In that indicated 4 to 6 weeks, which would put it for launch between mid and late September. So that is coming up. It's also going to have multiple product offerings. Staking is going to be a corporate type of blue chip staking, and it's going to have potentially people with a certain amount of staked will get perks like bank accounts, credit cards, and something like that. So that's going to be pretty novel to PulseChain. I'm not sure whether Rack and Michelle is going to have part of some of those offerings on Coinwell. I haven't seen any indication of that yet, but certainly coming from the SolidX staking. That could be pretty damn popular, as we know. So kind of cool. And of course, the big decentralized casino there with X Games. So that was a big deal. The other big one, of course, is Coinwell with Rack and Michelle. That probably is going to launch. I don't know. It's at the moment it's edging out the launch time. I have it somewhere between the 12th and maybe 2/3 away, so it can't be too far away in that regards. And of course, we're currently the 4th, 5th, depending where you are. So that is getting closer. Could be as early as a week away. Could be 2 weeks away. So that is where we are right now. Coinwell and also Coinarchy. I think both of them are launching at the same time. And Coinwell is really the DeFi offering, multiple integrated DeFi solutions. It's going to be professional, targeting professional investors as well, not just DeFi guys and DeFi girls out there. And also it's going to have information offerings as well with Coinarchy, and maybe it will try and compete with the likes even of CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko and things like that, which are we'd be big supporters of that, because those guys got a lot of problems, right? Gatekeeping us, for example, that's one of them. So that's Coinwell, and we do also see they've definitely thrown their support behind the Bria meme coin as well. So we're going to have a new token called Coinwell coming out. So it's going to have a very small supply. We know that there's going to be 100,029,000 tokens, and apparently only about 2.49% of that's going to be out at the beginning. Exactly what that means in terms of out at the beginning, that could be less than 2.5 million tokens. So we'll find out exactly the numbers that are going to be there. We might have a special guest to come and talk to us about that. It's definitely possible as well. So keep a lookout for that. We might be breaking some alpha news on the channel potentially. We shall see. Miss Rochelle's been out there posting the old Bria dogs as well, getting excited. Said there's press releases. Told us that there's press releases coming for Coinwell very soon, and that's going to have a lot of information on it. So keep a lookout for that. So it's very important that PulseChain has professional offerings on the chain. We definitely want to be following as close as we can to a lot of the mega themes on Ethereum, essentially because Ethereum is a full system state copy of PulseChain. So we can run all those same themes. If you think about it, we just need the right people to be able to set them up, right? To set those things up. And that includes across the community as well. Community can help support some of that. Like instead of strategic ETH reserves, we have strategic Pulse reserves, for example. We can run that whole theme, tokenization, payment systems. You get it. We can do it all. Professional investment options. Coinwell plays into that theme there. And of course, Rack and Michelle is pretty highly connected and definitely has the ability to execute some of that. Obviously, we also got PulseChain on-chain bet coming from Jacob, arguably one of the world's best peer-to-peer developers. And so we're looking forward to that launching as well. That's multi-chain decentralized casino. So it's going to be in the same space as SolidX in some ways, but they're going to be very different offerings there, both multi-chain / omni-chain. And what we mean by omni-chain is that the value comes back to the principal chain. Arguably, that would be PulseChain, right? So kind of cool. That's where we are right now. So yeah, and people got left their comments below. We got a lot of people putting their Briar there. I saw this Briar cart here. I just wondered whether there's a new protocol coming here. So I don't know whether they were hinting at that. That's from Mike. Not sure. We had M Farms there. I love, you know what I like? I love it when the teams come in after you've posted some topic and they come in and they post all their stuff in there. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, guys. Get out there, keep it up. I really like it when I see that because teams are being proactive, and I love that. So we've got Nexian Glow coming. I'm not exactly sure when their time launches, but it's got to be pretty close as well. Not sure if it's a September launch, but maybe I'll try and connect with those team and hear about that. That's going to be a big protocol too. So from the ground up there, so looking forward to that. Coinwell on Bria, so we've got lots of support there from the Bria team, putting their memes out. So there was a big call, for them. If you're in memes, there's a big call to get out and push the memes, right? That's essentially it. If you want to, be seen, you got to be everywhere. Hexfad must be into Bria because he's got the Bria, the #1 meme AI at your service. There we go. That's from Bria there. He's also got another company here. Bria equals the AI agent of Coinwell. Is that what you're saying? As well. And AP in the House of Superman, it's been a bit, but love your content. Keep up the good work, brother. We're almost there. We are AP. We are indeed. I appreciate those nice words. All right, so if you guys are new to the channel, first, don't forget to smash the follow button, hit the subscribe button as well. Daily shows, 8 p.m. Eastern. And of course, we also do publications like the Monster Thread, weekly Monster Thread with PulseChain. And we've got lots of things in store. So we're taking a bit of a breather this week, a little bit. But apart from that, we're on the move. All right, so that is some of the cool stuff there from SolidX. Now, the other one we were going to look at quickly was some of these other ones. So we're going to see Coinwell on here soon. That will be pretty within a week or two, is my guess. That will be from Rack and Rochelle. We do have Bria here somewhere. I'm sure Bria's here somewhere on the list. We're going down here. We don't have a lot of positives today. Of course, here's Bria down here, sitting at 00042 right now. A great accumulation zone for those that are big believers. And we do expect this to get quite a bit of support there on the Coinwell, right? So we'll probably at least be in some pools and stakings and things, something like that. We'll find out, but that is the play. And that is the other one there from Bria. So not bad, 00042 right now. Right, what else are we going to say about that? I think that's it on that one. We don't have the on-chain bet yet because that is a separate, you have to go claim that. But let me pull it up since we're talking about it, on-chain bet. And at the moment, it's in a claim phase. So you can go to token there and claim. And of course, people will be able to provide the liquidity and own the casino. That's what I said. It's a very different approach to decentralized casinos. It won't have a license. So unlike SolidX, which has already got their license granted. So it's pretty rare in crypto. I'm not sure how many crypto places have that. But on-chain bet will probably be decentralized, right? So there is a token claim at the moment. Let's have a quick look at how advanced that's through. Looks like we're about 50% the way there. Yeah, 50% exactly, guys. 50% exactly there on the claim. Now, people could use PLSP, PulsePot, or BNB pot, right, to claim. I haven't really seen BNB pot around, but PulsePot there, we're at 50%, which is a pretty good claim. And September is the expected launch. So fingers crossed. Jacob's one of the world's best peer-to-peer devs, but timing is typically the biggest challenge. So the fingers crossed they keep their timelines. I think that devs should really focus on timelines, and they also need to focus on not taking on too much bigger vision if it's going to take them too long to do. And the other thing is that one way devs can do is look at I'm going to get it to a minimum viable product. And then I'm going to do every sort of month or 2 months, I'll do an update. Is probably a better way of going about it. So that's some food for thought from me, who've watched this since all the projects have launched since the beginning of PulseChain, like many of you. And so that's some of the feedback we would have about that. So other than that, looking pretty cool. And from the looks of it, it's going to be pretty cool little platform, right? It's going to have our OC on ramp, so it's going to have a ramp, it's going to have a bridge, it's going to have tokens, it's going to have liquidity, it's going to have affiliates, it's going to have rewards. So it's going to have a bit of everything and a whole ton of games ultimately, and multi-chain too. The other thing, it could very well be integrated into PUSD ALGO, the big stablecoin that we're expected to come, the flagship product from my point of view and from Cult DeFi's point of view. We think this could be a big game changer. It could be the holy grail of decentralized or algorithmic stablecoins, and also obviously matched in with Mafia's ecosystem as well, with all the different setups there that they've got. So there we go. We'll see what the magic is going to be. And should see it's rolling out September, October, November, December, somewhere in there. We'll see if they all roll out by the end of the year. Definitely PUSD ALGO. Hopefully ETH gets to 15K or even 8K. We could see that launch as well. Fingers crossed on that one. So there we go. That is some of the cool stuff there from the PulseChain. And I think we've talked about that. There's lots of opportunities to pick up some big coins here. Look at Love.io right now. That is down 35%. Unbelievable. Wow, look at that. That's one of the peers there die. Die there at the moment. So some opportunities in the market. Peacock's down as well. So Briar's down, and Peacock's down. So typically meme coins are a bit of a leverage play, right? So at the moment we can see it's still pretty solid chart on the old Peacock, but down 21% right now. Let's look at the ratio Pulse on the old Peacock of Liberty Swap, and of course Liberty Swap was the top one here, right? Liberty Swap here, bridge, and we can see it at 113 right now. So there we go. It's a 3.5 million market. Oh, the other thing was that Bria, Rack and Michelle talking about picking up Bria at a 400K market cap. So we're going to see that because the market right now is getting pretty close to that. 424. I've got the orange line here. That's the Rack and Michelle pickup. So we'll see whether he picks it up there or not. That's what he said. So we'll find out in due course. Once again, people have the right to change their minds. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so let's go to Unity. And let's get into that. So we've got Unity here right now, sitting at what's Unity? $23.12. What impressive, right? Impressive. Although we are expecting a bit of change. Oh, I just saw we got a super sticker in the house there. Sorry, AP, just saw that. And thank you very much appreciated for that. I guess we'll have to play the magic there. Play the magic. It's an AP. Big shout out there. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see where we go from here, guys. See where we go from here. All right, so let's quickly get into the Unity. Now, Unity, of course, launched on PulseChain. It has got like a 72x ratio on the Pulse experience, so it really does help to turbo boost. Particularly the more volume that goes through it, the better. But at the moment, it's been going like a boss, right? Look at that, $23.12, and recently got to high yesterday of $23? I saw it actually at $24. I'm not sure why it's not showing up there, but I saw it at $24. I posted it in the Telegram there. $24.17 is the all-time high. Look at that back here. It is on the hourly chart now. And we just had a little bit of volume here. Look at that little bit of volume coming in. We don't often see too much of that, and so forth. So at the moment, this is where we are. What day are we on the old Unity? Let's have a quick look. Let's see what the day we are on here. So we're going to pull that up. All right, so we're on day 20. We're on day 18, I should say. Already day 18. Can you believe it? 18 days already passed. And we're only 17 days, but we're 6 hours into day 18. That's crazy, guys. And yeah, the price there, $23.12. Now, I did want to switch it over to the ratio to PulseX because that's been doing some amazing things. Look at that. So Pulse is down, but actually the ratio is still going up for PulseX with the Unity. Isn't that crazy? So we're at an all-time high of 846,000 PulseX per Unity. So there we go. It's heading towards that 1 million mark. Is it going to make it? What do you guys reckon? It's got time, I think. I've got time to make it. But it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be time. It's got a little bit of time. Not a lot of time, but a little bit of time. So how many days has it got to go? Let's have a look. We've got 5 days, maybe 5 days tops. 5 days tops. But of course, there's some existing sellers that could potentially sell. So we've got 5 days. How many increases did we have here? Well, we had that for 5 days. So that was a 38% move off a lower base, of course. But let's have a look here. Let's have a look. That'd be a 17%. So definitely doable. Definitely doable. Yeah, the million could be in target, guys. million PulseX before we have a dramatic retrace. All right, so we got the first day. This orange candle here, this vertical one, is day 23. We knew that that's the first day really we have supply coming out. Yeah, that's right, folks. We didn't have much supply coming out here, and we had net buying, right? So with the buy and burn and staking versus any liquid stuff that was out about people that speculators typically holding on from the beginning. Some people were speculators from the beginning, mad gains. They understood how the system was played. But we will get a correction here coming up, starting at least from the 10th, because we have a pretty big number of Unity coming out. So let's have a quick look where we are right now. So we've got 32,000%, guys, on day 18. Look at that. That's for the creation there, and 363% AROI. But of course, that's based on these, where we are right here, which we know there's going to be correction soon. But at the moment, looking pretty juicy. Staking right now, you can do staking 3,700%. Daily is 42%. We've already seen on Taurus, which is on the Ethereum side with Titanx, we've already seen that flip where staking is a better ROI. But at the moment, creation is clearly dominant. In fact, we didn't see this high ROI on the old Taurus at all. So I think 24,000% or something like that may have been the highest there. Here we are right now there. Let's go to the buy and burn. Treasuries, as we like to casually call them. We're at 300, was it $400,000? 400,000, approximately, just under 400,000. Buy and build, 266,000. Now remember, as Pulse and PulseX have been coming down the last couple of days, it's been dragging down the US dollar value. And fractals at the moment, what's that? Basically 200,000, let's say. That's going to be called on day 110 and put on the old buy and burn over here. Tick tock, tick tock. It's time to rock. All right, so stats at the moment on the old Unity. 2.28 million in the reward pool. Crazy stuff. And we've got 98,650 tokens on day 18. That started off at 100,000 a day, and it's going down by 0.08% a day. Now, the stuff that we're really looking forward to is this liquid stuff. Currently down at 1,242 tokens. That's crazy, guys. That is crazy. So, unless these guys decide to sell some of their tokens, and some of them won't be able to sell all of it, that would be the only thing that would really take the chart down. We may see some of these guys move in the next couple of days, so we'll keep a lookout for that. And then, of course, the buy and burn, 3,900 burn so far, only 16,200 Unity in play. Hasn't got down to as low as what I thought it might get to, which was, between the 14,500, 15,500, but definitely a good pop below that 16K mark there. Unity staked is currently 6,400 right now, and the total shares 2.414 billion, and 1.7 billion PulseX has been burned. Let's go to the analytics. Have a quick look at that. Over $1 million at the current prices of Pulse and PulseX. We've had 5.65 billion Pulse going and 31 billion PulseX going so far. So pretty good, right? So, that 5 billion Pulse is equivalent to, I guess, 5 of the top 1,000 sacrifices. And that one there obviously is probably closer to 15, maybe 15 the top 1,000 sacrifices for PulseX. What else we got going? Let's have a quick look at this. This is the kind of the cool thing here. So supply correction, 23rd. So it's coming up in within 5 days. And then the next big day after that is day 34. We got about 14,000. So definitely have a correction then, right? Definitely have a correction with it. So we'll see the price correct in here. So we're only a couple of days away from it at the moment. We do have, day 19, which is tomorrow. We'd have about 110 come out. So that's going to be potential down pressure, sell pressure. And then we also have it on day 21. So we won't necessarily have to wait for day 23 to get a bit of sell pressure. But the buy and burn is probably more than enough to buy through this. I haven't put it in the maths there, but probably more enough to buy that. But of course, we still have about 1,200 coins liquid or so. So it'll be a bit interesting here. We might see slightly lower candles coming in, but certainly got a little bit of time there. So that is the old Unity. Got to have some Unity, guys. All right, so that is the mark there on Unity. Should we have a quick look at the Taurus? Let's do that. Taurus. At the moment, let's go look at Taurus. Taurus at the moment, $1.60. It's actually recovered. The price has actually recovered on Taurus. That's interesting. So $1.60. This is on Ethereum, right, with Titanx. It's the same thing as essentially as the Unity, but on Ethereum. This launched first. It's on day 57. It's about 39 days ahead of the Unity on PulseChain. but gives us a little bit of a glimpse into some of the behavior that we're expecting to see with the maths. And we can see at the moment 3,300% on the creation and 37% per day, but staking has flipped. And has it flipped? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's flipped there. What am I doing here? 3,300, yes. So staking is more high yield, and this is exactly what happens. This is what we're going to see happen on Unity as well. 3,449%. So people are getting Unity and staking that. There is a 5% entry on this one though, compared to creating. That's a differential. Burning at the moment. Burning, we've got what's it? 235,000 in the buy and burn. At the current price of ETH and Titanix, if they all go up, then it all goes up, right? Buy and build, there's building up liquidity. We've got 225,000, something like that, and the building liquidity. It really helps a lot too with the pricing. And then the fractal there sitting with just under 990,000 there as well. Like I say, if ETH starts to really pop, Titanix pops as well with the ratio, then it's game on, right? And that can all happen very, very fast. Right, going to stats at the moment. We've got $152,000 in rewards. What we have in the PulseChain Unity on day 18, we had 2.2 million, and here we are at 152K here on day 57, and we've got 95,600 tokens in here on day 57. So that's how much we'll have on Unity on day 57 too. Liquid supply, we only had 1,200 tokens over on PulseChain. We got 8,443 tourists here on the Ethereum side, 8.9%. The supply at the moment after 58 days is 61,685, which we only had to 16,200 over on PulseChain right now. Burn tourists 32, almost 33,000. State tourists 19,700, getting close to 20,000 state tourists. Shares, we're at 3.5 billion now, and 231 billion Titanix has been bought up and burned there. Pretty crazy. We are getting closer, though, guys, to the great events. Because it's on day 58, and we know that day 88 is the max creation, then that's when we're going to start seeing a bit more of the magic happen here. We've already seen the first bit where we get staking, flipping, creating in terms of yield. So that encourages people to stake tourists and to buy and stake tourists. But we're going to also see the supply increase. That's the other big thing, right? And we can see the supply ladder here. We're on day 58, so this is where we are right now, with 89,000 tokens out so far. But of course, we're about to enter the great rewards inflation, as we call it. This is not price inflation, just to make it clear. This is the amount of rewards and the supply volume, right? So it's going to be fun to see that play out, and it changes very dramatically. Day 88 is the max period where we see creations first start to come out, and then day 89 it jumps to 3.3 million. So 1.6 to 3.3, and this is when we might start to see not only staking become obviously a bigger deal because there's so much more volume, but we may see people's market makers come in and try to get big chunks of supply to get the yield, right? And therefore push the price up, and we might have a bit of flipping between creating and staking, that sort of stuff. So this is going to be a really interesting phase of the protocol coming up here in this period, which is all like November or something like that. So it's going to be pretty crazy. We already kind of see it in the chart already. We've seen the first phase of creation of staking. Now that staking is more profitable, look at all the staking starting to happen here. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. Pretty cool. And so on. So yeah, what's the other big chart there? Yeah, staking. So creations slowed down. The stakings have accelerated, right? So people are staking now. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. So you can see creations pretty low, relatively speaking, only a few there. But staking up on the rise, staking on the rise. Exactly what's supposed to happen there. So exciting times. Like I say, the next big thing is really seeing how the whole system adjusts to this massive ramp up here in rewards and basically tourists being around. And we'll see the same thing on PulseChain Unity. So yeah, fun times ahead. This will be another adjustment phase, right? We saw the first one here, pretty similar, and then we're going to have the big adjustment phase here. So first of all, we saw the flipping, the staking, and now we're going to see how staking gets used and how market makers come in to accumulate a lot of the volume that other people have, right? Supply and demand and all that. We'll find out. DGN Hexagon in the house there, 5555. Love it. Looking good there. We talked about Hex earlier. Definitely looking juicy for the pickups on the old Hex. And Yellowtail in his house. Are we there yet? Kids in the back seat. Kids in the back seat. I know. Ask your kids. It'll probably give you all sorts of answers, but that is where we are right now on the old on Taurus. So not bad, not bad. So we're hour and 5 minutes into the live stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Yeah, if you haven't hit the follow button over on X, don't forget to smash the follow. I think you just go up here and smash the follow somewhere. So definitely do that. Yeah, we've had Hunter Bello there give us some pretty encouraging words about how big the promotions from Richard Hart are going to be. We've talked about Rack and Michelle and Firewell coming up with the big marketing. It's going to be pretty massive. And of course, Liberty Swap out there too, doing their thing, along with Jacob doing his thing. So yeah, this last final part of the year could be pretty awesome from September, October, November, December, as we get all these big projects on PulseChain, the big whales moving, as well as all the big mega themes behind Ethereum as well. So pumping our bags ultimately. So that's pretty awesome. And these guys are working hard. So big shout out to Griffin distributing and all the rest of the work there going on. Pretty exciting times. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's coverage. It's been pretty thorough. I think we've been pretty thorough with that, and it's onwards and upwards from here. And yeah, the sentiment can turn around very fast on a dime. Remember that. It can be down 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then next week it can be up mad gains. So just remember that we are in crypto, and you get an opportunity to accumulate some more. There will always be that sort of that last time. And it does look, given all the alignments at the moment, that we're still in that window. And of course, we talked about that several weeks ago, saying that we've probably got a 2 to 6 week window, and that is still playing out, right? So that's closing out though, because we've got marketing starting, and we've got the Fed Reserve cutting interest rates on the 7th of September. And we've got all these big projects launching. So time is ticking. Time is ticking near. There will be the last time for accumulation before we start getting on these big re-rates in the old PulseChain, Pulse gains. So exciting times ahead. On that note, we never know with Richard Hart. He could come along at any time, right? Hit the doorbell. You just never know. Ooh. Who's that? Is that Richard? Could it be Richard? He might come along any time, and you could ever see something like this. May not even be Richard. Could be Hex Goldwell. Could be all sorts of people come along and do some of these. So could happen.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.
That's true. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll catch you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Exciting times ahead, guys. DCA for the win. And yeah, we've got more stuff coming. I will put a post out here about meme battles going on right now. I'm going to do a lot more about memes. So normally I do DeFi and GameFi, so we're gonna do a bit more meme stuff content. So I hope you'll enjoy that too. And I'll catch you on tomorrow's show, 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch you then. Take care and enjoy the dip. The dip is your friend. Accumulate. That's all we can say. All right, bye for now. Take care.